great save from Thibaut Courtois.
So it's another 1-1 between these two sides. We've seen a few of those in the last 4 years between Real Madrid and Atleti. Spoils are shared, and it is still just a point between the two of them in the table. However, Barcelona will be happy. A draw is what they wanted, and it does allow them to at least get a little bit closer to these sides ahead of their game against Sevilla tomorrow. We had Luis Garcia at the game for us as well today. Luis, you thought it would be a draw. You went for 2-2. It was 1-1 in the end. What did you make of the final result in this game overall?
Yes, overall, I think it's a little bit of what we were expecting. Atletico Madrid waiting for their options, very low block, not giving much space to Real Madrid, knowing that, of course, when the space was created in the second half, because, of course, you get tired and you try to get something extra. And Real Madrid used that in their advantage to try to exploit it with Vini Jr. on the left side. But the first 45 minutes, they were not good enough for both sides, even though that Atletico Madrid got that first goal from the penalty spot. And in the second one, I think that Real Madrid understood that they needed to increase that intensity, and they start moving the ball faster, try to open the ball and bringing the ball to Vini Jr., to Rodrigo in the right side, to Bellingham, or even Mbappe. And they found that equalizer that I think that gave them actually well deserved, because I think we have to be fair. Real Madrid deserving the second half to get something. And again, Atletico Madrid, I think they were more than happy with the result, just waiting the position. I think it's a solid performance from Atletico Madrid, because a draw is a very good result when you come to the Bernabeu. And for Real Madrid, I think it's not a bad result either, but I would have loved to see the Real Madrid that I saw in the last 45 minutes in the first half, to know if really they wanted to go for the game, to win and to show their crowd that they want to continue at the top of the table and make the gap bigger between Atletico Madrid, Barcelona and them.
Before we get to the controversy, Ale, what was it that Real Madrid were missing today? When you see that lineup, at least in the front line, when you see those four attacking players, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vini, and Mbappe, what was missing, especially in that first half?
Yeah, and Luis, and you just referenced that first half. Everything was played in that first half stuck in second gear. Almost as if there was no real attempt to take any chances, unnecessary opportunities, unnecessary chances, unnecessary risk, and everything was played in the middle third. Neither team willing to get out of their structure. Now, for Real Madrid, in order to win games, they are the ones that have to show a different type of ambition, because they depend on their attacking talent. See, Atletico Madrid, even though I beg and I plead, I beg them, honestly, go and attack Real Madrid because there is space to go and attack Real Madrid. This is who they are, right? They're going to be organized. And so they're okay with the game being played in the middle third. So the responsibility is on Real Madrid to then take the game into the attacking half. But you can't do that by jogging the ball up the field, which is what Real Madrid was doing in the first half. Pass here from A to B, to C, to D, and back to A, and here we go again. And if you do that against Atletico Madrid, guess what? They'll just sit right here and wait for you to try to break them down, and you're never going to be able to do that unless you speed the game up. And the difference between Real Madrid first half and second half was the speed of play, which was noticeable, and then their willingness to press the ball together, not just one guy at a time, but together pressing the ball, forcing Atletico Madrid to turn the ball over in bad areas, and then here you go. Sustained pressure, attacking players, attacking talent. Vini gets involved, Mbappe gets involved, Rodrigo gets involved, Bellingham gets involved. Now you have what you want if you're Real Madrid, because you're not so concerned about the defending part. You're dominating the game in the attacking half. It all starts with Ricardo de Burgos Bengoechea, the VAR official, saying, Cesar, come on over. And then the unwillingness of Cesar Sotogrado to see the replays, the same replays we're seeing. And even if you're an Atletico Madrid fan, you cannot tell me that you look at this replays and say, for sure, Samuelino got stepped on. And even if he did, the ball was already gone. Had already gone, and it's what some people would describe as a coming together, if you will. Yeah, just guys, their legs just kind of get tangled up. And if we give penalties for this, my goodness. I mean, please, Luis, please, tell me you don't think that's a penalty, please.
No, Ali, no, I don't think there is a penalty. Just try to imagine a different situation when Samulino is just looking at the ball goes through, and someone else is running over his foot looking at the ball, but the ball is already in the second post. That wouldn't be a penalty. Imagine if the ball is arriving to Samu and someone else that they are battling, they tap to each other. That wouldn't be a penalty. I think in this occasion, it's a very soft penalty. I think Tchouaméni is not even looking at what is happening to Samulino, is already looking to the other side. So no, I don't think that's a penalty. And we have to try to get that consistency. I think we need to understand and talk that football is going to continue being football. It's a sport when it's going to be tackling, it's going to be push, it's going to be football, what it's been all the time. And if we go to be done clinical and put everything under the microscope, of course we're going to see a lot of things, but that's not the football we want.
And here's the other thing. It's been a point of emphasis in Spain by the officials, right, by the referees, that they don't want to give in or give up or call penalitos, penaltitos, little penalty kicks. Well, this is the definition of that. This is very much that. I don't think it even actually amounts to a penalito. What I'm saying is, in this sort of environment, you have to have the correct personality and strong enough personality to say, even if you're called to see it in the monitor, if you're Cesar Sotogrado, to say, this doesn't qualify as a penalty.
What did we learn from this result overall, 1-1 between these two sides, first and second in La Liga?
Right, and so I know that Atletico Madrid would take a point, right? And most times they would take a point against Real Madrid at Real Madrid. I really thought that there was an opportunity here for Atletico Madrid to continue to expose the vulnerabilities of Real Madrid in transition. And even if they didn't actually go on the attack all that much in the second half, the game got stretched, and there were moments where if Atletico Madrid just picks the right pass or commits the right amount of numbers forward, they actually go on to win this game. And if you're going to indeed win this league, right, and Atletico Madrid are very much in this race, you got to go and win this sort of games. These are the sort of matches in which I don't think that the conservative approach really works. And while I say that, I know that doing the same thing, they won against Barcelona in Barcelona. But more times than not, I think I would want to see more ambition from Atletico Madrid in those sort of moments in which, you know what, a point would be good. 3 points would be great.
Now, before we get to the Atleti boys and what they thought of their former team today, Atleti, because Mario Suarez is joining us now as well. Mario, first of all, you didn't think that was a penalty today, did you?
Well, in the football from today, this type of penalties, the referee saying penalty, not the referee, the VAR, because if the VAR didn't call the referee, nothing will happen, you know. But the truth is that in the football from today, at least in Spain, this kind of penalties,
no.
the referee or the VAR is saying that it's penalty.
I don't care about VAR. I don't care about Ricardo Burgos Bengochea. I care about Mario Suarez. Does Mario Suarez, do you think it was a penalty?
For me, in my times, it's not penalty for sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you very much. Buenas noches.
Mario, let me talk to you about Atleti. What did you think of them today? What did you like about them? What did you think they could have done better?
Well, 0 shots on target, except the goal from Julian Alvarez from the penalty. So I think Ale said more ambitious. You face a Real Madrid with a lot of injuries in the defensive line, and with not the best players on that defensive line, and you are in a good shape, you are fit, you are playing good football in the last matches, and today that you have the opportunity to win and to put on top of the table, you didn't shot on target, you don't create enough football, you don't attack. So from the defensive part also, it was good, but not the perfect or the best version of the players from Atletico de Madrid, because in the goal of Mbappé, 2 times 2 players from Real Madrid touched the ball in the goal without opposition, but more ambitious in the offensive part.
But Mario, you know well, this is just how Diego Simeone is, right? He doesn't mind that it's like this.
Yes, but the problem is that when you win these kind of matches, for example, in Barcelona or in Paris in Champions League, we don't talk about this. We talk that, well, they did an amazing defensive job, that they play well, they shot 2 times and scored 2 goals. But today, you didn't shot on target, you just defense. Oblak did good 2-3 saves, I think. But the problem is that the offensive players you have, you finish playing 5-4-1, taking out Julian Alvarez, putting Griezmann on the side. So I think in the offensive part, I demand more ambition from Atlético de Madrid side.
What about you, Luis? Do you demand more ambition from them?
Yeah, actually, Ali and I were talking and discussing in the beginning what we wanted. We wanted an attacking Atlético de Madrid, a team that is aggressive, that it goes forward. We thought that maybe with Samuelino on the left side, we will have that because he's a player who likes to grab the ball and face players on 1v1 situation. But as soon as we saw the game start, you saw Samuelino that it was the 5th defense. It's not a 4-4-2 in that occasion. And straight away, he went to try to cover that situation with Rodrigo. So in the end, you have more of the same. An Atlético de Madrid that could have been a better side, could have bring a lot more because the talent is right there. And we saw it during the midweek in the last few games that when they are aggressive and intense up front, they regain a lot of balls and they are committing numbers going forward. But today, the most part of the first 45 minutes, they were far away. They were putting a very low block with so many players in front of the box, and that's something that is going to create you problems because every single time that you grab the ball, you are 70 meters away from the goal of Courtois. So in the end, once again, a very good point for Atlético Madrid. They continue on the race, but we'll see what happens because in the end, these kind of games are the one who punish you the most because they have the option to win Real Madrid. Definitely, if you want to face Real Madrid, if you want to see get a good victory, it's in these moments where Real Madrid doesn't have all the players, a lot of injuries. They come from a very rough few weeks, so you get advantage of that. And today, we didn't see that ambition that Mario is mentioning.
And just to highlight one specific play, in the first half, there's a moment in which Rodrigo de Paul gets the ball in an advanced position. And he just rolls the ball in between Real Madrid defenders onto Julian Alvarez on the left-hand side. He tries to shoot the ball, the shot gets blocked. That pass was available the whole night, but especially the first 45 minutes. And the mismatch, because it was a mismatch of anybody. And when I say anybody, I could put Mario Suarez out on the left-hand side. I'm not even putting Luis. I'm putting Mario on the left-hand side. And he's running by Lucas Vázquez. He's running by Lucas Vázquez because Lucas Vázquez, his body position is all wrong. When he defends, he focuses on the ball, but has no idea of who's running in behind. And we have seen it time and time again this season. And so if there is a mismatch there, and you know you have an advantage, why not exploit it? And instead of actually exploiting the advantage to the point that Luis was making, hey, Samu, go defend over there. And that just tells me you're here more to protect than you are to go and get. And winning a title is about going and getting the title, not backing your way into a title and defending your way into a title.
Well, that puts a bow on the Madrid derby, but I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that penalty decision from Real Madrid, particularly with the week that it's been with them and their issues with referees. We thank Luis Garcia, we thank Mario Suarez for being with us. I will speak to you both again soon, gents. Thanks for being here.